Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for all the support on the review of the latest Hot Toys DX32 Joker that went up on the channel recently. Really appreciate all the love and support that came through on the review. Now it's time to try and build the ultimate 1/6 scale Joker using various parts that I've gathered over the years. So drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. Enjoy the video. Okay, so got lots of stuff around me. This here has just been sitting in my drawer for a while. We have the Topo 2.0 jacket, which is a very accurate tone of mostly grey, but the camera's not really getting it right now. Let me move it more towards the light. There is a tiny pinch of blue to this, so that's really accurate. I'm going to try that out. Then we got the DX11 vest, DX11 tie, shirt. This is the old MMS, the first ever Heath Ledger Joker 1/6 scale Joker pants. We've got the DX11 shoes, but they're starting to deteriorate. Then we've got the full DX32 here, newly released, completely stock. Then we've got the Topo 2.0 coat, which is extremely accurate. I think you're starting very subtly to see there is a bit of a difference here. In the review, they look the same, and I was quite surprised. There is a slight difference. The Hot Toys one is a bit more of a bright, vibrant purple, whereas the Topo really nailed that kind of rich purple. Not dark purple, but it's not as bright as this. So finally, I think I've managed to find a sweet spot where I'm standing, where the light is. You'll see in a more accurate comparison between the Topo purple and the Hot Toys DX32 and DX33. So you got Topo coat. This is the DX11 jacket, I'm pretty sure. Then you got Topo 2.0 vest, Topo 2.0 tie, Topo 2.0 shirt, Topo chain, Topo pants, socks and shoes by Topo. So mostly I'm going to be just trying out some Topo 2.0 stuff on the new DX Joker. That's me main ingredients. So the first thing I've tried out here is the Topo 2.0 gloved hands on the new Hot Toys figure, and they do go on perfectly onto the wrist peg. There was no need for me to go looking for different wrist pegs. The Topo 2.0 gloved hands go onto the Hot Toys DX Joker here perfectly fine. You can see a difference between the two. The Topo 2.0 are more of an accurate tone to me. They're less glossy and they're like a paler blue, whereas the Hot Toys hands are almost reading at times like a dark navy, but they are dark purple, quite glossy. They're very good, but the Topo 2.0 gloved hands are more accurate, so it's good to know that they go on this figure, no problem. Now I'm going to be trying out the Topo 2.0 coat and the under jacket, and we'll see how that works out. Not that we really need to do that, because to be honest, the Hot Toys outfit, the coat included, is almost perfect. Really no need to do any mods to this figure, which is a surprise because that's not often the case. This one is pretty much perfect right out of the box. Okay, so here's that really handy reference picture of Heath Ledger doing the screen test, or the costume screen test for The Dark Knight, and you can see that kind of bluish tinge that the under jacket has, that the Hot Toys one never quite manages to capture. But down here at the gloves, we can see the tone of purple. It's very kind of like a pale purple, not very glossy. So that's the tone we're kind of after here. You can go, just Google literally Heath Ledger Dark Knight screen test photos, and you'll see this picture come up, and you can download it and zoom in and check everything. Okay, so that's the Topo glove on the left and the Hot Toys one on the right. So pretty big difference. Nowhere near as glossy on the Topo. That's also a real metal Shadow Furgo custom knife, so that's really sharp and actually metal. So definitely more accurate with the Topo 2.0, so that will be a nice little upgrade for the DX. Also the sculpting around the wrist area on the glove with the strap and the little metal loops and metal button, that's much more HD and more accurate looking on the Topo glove on the left. Hot Toys did do all that stuff, but it reads more realistic and more HD on the Topo on the left. Right, just to help you out understand what I'm talking about, I had a look on eBay. There is a Toppo 2.0 Heath Ledger Joker outfit on there right now. That's what it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's quite expensive just for an outfit. So, I mean, now that the DX Joker is out, you really don't need this anymore unless you really want that coat. But we're going to see what that coat looks like on this figure, so I'll let you know if it's really worth. You need it for the gloves as well, because gloves are a lot more accurate on that outfit there than they are with the Hot Toys figure. But you may not think the gloves is such a big deal. I'm not obsessed about the gloves, but it is certainly nicer to have more accurate gloves, and they do fit on the figure perfectly well. Okay, so now I'm going to try the Toppo 2.0 jacket on the new DX body. So for the first time I'm going to remove the coat and the jacket. I haven't done that before. Should be fine. I've done it plenty of times before on the previous Jokers by Hot Toys. The figures that I've always tried to build before for the Heath Ledger look, this jacket has always been a little bit too big for them. Covers too much of the vest, comes round too much at the front. So seeing as this is a bigger body with the DX, hopefully it should work out. If not, I'll just stick with the Hot Toys jacket, but I'm going to try that now, and then after that we'll try the coat. Just before I do that, I did get the rest of my Toppo 2.0 hands out of storage, and there's a good array of different hand poses. You've even got some fists, which I don't think the DX came with. Now, I also found my DX11 gloved hands. That's the one on the right, the new one, DX32 on the left. Pretty big difference there as well. They did a good job in the DX11 of making it look like his fingers are kind of showing. They look very bony there through the material. Underneath though, the underside of the DX11, pretty underwhelming. They didn't really bother doing the little strap with the little button or anything like that. It's very plain. And to make life easier for myself, I'm going to take the coat and the jacket off as if they're one thing. So I'm going to grab the sleeve of the jacket through the coat here, make sure that I can feel the sleeve of the grey jacket and pull it off like it's one item of clothing, so that you don't have to dick about trying to get the sleeve through again when you're putting it back on. Okay everyone, this is really exciting because it's working out perfectly. The Toppo 2.0 underjacket fits perfectly on this new Hot Toys body. Every time I tried it before on a slightly smaller body, the jacket would cover up too much of the vest. It looked ridiculous, but now it sits at the perfect kind of position just under the main purple coat. So this is the Toppo 2.0 coat as well. It fits like a dream. The underjacket fits like a dream. We know that the gloves are more accurate and they go on this body really well. So this has worked out so well. I can't believe it. I didn't think certain things would, happen the way I wanted them to, but this is really on point now. The Toppo 2.0 jacket does have a slight edge because they've really managed to get that thickness of the shoulder pads and the collar without having it be too thick. It's really like a shrunk down 1/6 scale version of that coat. It's just thick enough to be convincing. I don't think there's any magnets. There might be magnets. I don't think there is. But there's no need for them because it sits all flush. I weathered it already anyway. But this, just the rich, deep purple is so accurate to the film, and it never has that bathrobe look, no matter how close you get to the surface. It's really well done. And this underjacket now having that slight blue tinge to it is really accurate to the movie. The buttons are really nice. So now we have the DX32 shirt, DX32 tie, DX32 vest, the Toppo 2.0 jacket and Toppo 2.0 coat, DX32 pants, DX32 chain, DX32 socks, DX32 shoes. Now, I heard some people saying that the colour of the vest by Hot Toys is a bit inaccurate. So I do have the Toppo 2.0 vest as well, which, this is, is that the Toppo? I think that's it. They seem pretty damn similar to me, so I don't think I'll bother switching the vest. This Vest, I think, is the DX11 vest. Pretty much the same-ish. Not too fussed about the vest. It's really the coat and the underjacket was the main thing, and the gloves. But I think I'm okay with the vest and the shirt and the tie. But let's start putting everything else back together. Should I try my custom head now on this setup? Might as well give it a go. Let's try that now. Alright, so before I try out the custom head, let's just see these two together. So obviously Hot Toys DX32 sculpted hair version on the left and custom head sculpt on the right, and I really don't know too much about who did this. The guy I bought it from on eBay said it was quite limited, and not sure. Might be getting confused with another custom head situation, but he might have said something about they're not really made anymore. But this is so accurate to many moments in the mob scene meeting, because you get quite a lot of close-ups of him. Just the makeup, the imperfection of the black makeup around the eyes, the way it kind of comes down to his cheek, the makeup on the lips, the shape of the face, the likeness, the hairline, the hair color. It's all very accurate to the mob scene. So let's see. I mean, scale wise they seem, well, I think the neck is longer on the Hot Toys, so that could be an issue. Let's find out. Oh, it worked out pretty good. There he is. That will be my 1/6 scale Joker now, because I like the fact that it's different from everyone else. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the DX32. Gave it a 10 out of 10. It's a must-have. But I do like having a bit of individuality, knowing that there's, you know, not too many out there just exactly like this one. Not that it'd be too hard to replicate everything I've done here other than the head sculpt. It might be harder trying to track down this particular mob meeting head. But the hairline on it, the hair length, everything about it is absolutely spot on. And it goes on the connection fine. It just kind of sits on there. The collar's kind of holding it in place. So I just need to put a bit of blue tack between, you know, the neck connection and the head sculpt. Wedge it up inside the head sculpt and just make sure it's good and secure. But he still looks nice and hunched. He's got the toppo gloves on, so the gloves are more accurate now. The coat is a bit more accurate, just a little bit, but it's those little extra bits that make it what it is. You got the more accurate jacket underneath the coat with the correct tone of color. Everything is looking absolutely incredible. So there you go. I have managed to cobble together the ultimate 1/6 scale Heath Ledger Joker. Don't be silly. As soon as I uttered those words, I was like, are you joking? Have you seen some of the stuff that's out there? Some of the custom heads, man, forget about it. They are ridiculous. There's quite a recent one. I'm sure everyone knows the one I'm talking about. His hair is just so real looking on that one. This one too. This is more, like I said, the mob meeting. He's put in the effort. Makeup's freshly applied. He might have washed his hair like a month before this, which is good for him. And yeah, it's just looks incredible. Let's turn it. Give me some angles. Give me some angles on this bad boy. Yeah, looking good. I think he's leaning forward a little bit. He's doing a Michael Jackson moonwalker move. He's about to do the whee. Very nice, very nice. See, that's the thing about rooted hair. That's going to bug me now because it looks like there's way too much volume on this side. Like it's too much hair. That's the kind of thing you run into with. It hasn't got too much hair. Don't get me wrong. It's just the fact that I haven't done anything style-wise, anything. I've just literally plonked it on there. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think? I think that's pretty damn cool and unique because of the head sculpt. Can't be too many people with this head sculpt out there. Man, that is beautiful. It was already beautiful as a stock figure, but now it's even more beautiful. So there's loads of pictures on Google of the mob meeting scene, and you can see the thickness of the coat in certain shots. I'm not really picking it all up here because I'm filming it with me camera on a phone screen. Looks a bit weird, but you get a good sense of how thick the kind of shoulders are, the kind of weight of the jacket, and yeah, I think the topo really conveys that really well. But man, this head sculpt is insane. I mean, there's literally, I was watching the mob meeting scene, when you get the close-ups of Heath when he's explaining stuff to them about his plans and stuff. I mean, the look in the eyes, the makeup application, the hair, everything about it just screams moments from that scene in the film. Hairline's accurate. It's an absolute beauty. I did just go through all my old eBay messages to try and find some information about this sculpt. If I remember correctly, I couldn't find any information, unfortunately, but if I remember correctly, yeah, it's a custom head sculpt that maybe isn't being made anymore, and there's a few out there. Every now and then they might pop up on eBay, but it's definitely worth. I wish I could give you a name. I'm honestly swear on my life, I'm not trying to be cagey and not tell you what this is, so I'm the only one who has it and all that bollocks. If I knew what it was, I'd tell you. I literally went into Hotmail and typed in under the search bit Joker custom head, and a whole bunch of old messages came up, mostly people asking me about stuff I was selling. I couldn't find anything on this. I did buy it on eBay about a year and a half ago, so yeah, I can't remember bugger all. I remember the guy who sold it to me didn't have much information really. He just said that he was letting some of his collection go, but the head sculpt was expensive. This was expensive. I won't say how much because it was, you know, that kind of price. I don't really want to say. Under 500, more than 200. Yeah, there he is. He looks like a real person. I might need to possibly, he is hunched forward. He does have a neck at times. You may be thinking it doesn't look like he has much of a neck. Maybe I can make it look a little bit longer. That's easy enough for me to do. But overall, I'm very, very surprised and happy with how things have worked out. I didn't think it was all going to work out this well. But there he is, folks. Very, very happy with the results. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with all the parts, my spare parts here. I've got enough spare parts to put together a second really good Joker. But I don't really have space for that on the shelves right now, so I will keep all this stuff. I'm not going to sell this head sculpt or anything, folks. It's too good to do that. But this will be my display Joker for sure. I mean, he's even got a real metal Shadow Virgo knife. That's actually a real metal blade. More accurate gloves, more accurate coat, more accurate underjacket, and the head sculpt is just the extremely sweet icing on top of the cake. So thank you for watching. I'll bring you more videos soon. I do have a custom poncho that just arrived today for the Sideshow Good, the Bad and the Ugly Clint Eastwood figure, with the olive green color rather than the brown color that Sideshow give you. So I'll be doing a video on that soon. Loads of other videos in the way as well. I'll tell you about it when it gets here, but there's loads of reviews coming, loads of stuff planned. It's going to be very busy, and I'll just keep bringing you more videos. So let me know what you think of this in the comments. Very curious. Do you approve? Do you think this looks better than what I started out with as the stock figure by Hot Toys? Yeah, always good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.